Our Tomas Manglona, who is live in Saipan. Tomas.
Good morning, Bree and Chris. Here's the latest making news from the CNMI. The Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation releasing some new guidelines, a short video of a summary of the requirements for everyone entering the CNMI as of June 20th. Take a listen.
All travelers coming to the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands are required to be in a 14-day quarantine at the designated isolation site as prescribed by the Governor's COVID-19 Task Force. To be exempted from 14-day quarantine, incoming travelers should complete the following steps. Fill out the online CNMI mandatory declaration form for each traveler at least 3 days prior to arrival. This will be available at the CNMI Governor's Office website. After you complete the CNMI mandatory declaration form, you will be registered for the SARA Alert system. Respond to the SARA Alert system daily for at least 14 days on your preferred method of contact. Go to your specimen collection appointment for COVID-19 testing. Residents will automatically be scheduled for testing on day 5 after their arrival. Essential workers may be eligible for same-day testing. Non-residents might be subject to testing upon arrival. Fees will apply to travelers who are non-compliant or non-residents. Non-residents or people who don't live in the CNMI must bring valid proof of a PCR test to be reviewed by a CNMI health representative. Bringing a PCR test result does not guarantee exemption from quarantine at the designated isolation site or an early testing appointment. A valid PCR test result is defined as a test result of the traveler's specimen collected within 3 to 6 days prior to arrival. It must have the name of the traveler, name of the processing laboratory, specimen collection date, the indication that a PCR test was conducted, and the result. All of this information must be in English. While you wait for your specimen collection appointment and the result of your tests, please practice self-quarantine measures by staying home as much as possible, limiting trips and interactions with others, washing your hands frequently and wiping down high-touch surfaces, staying at least 6 feet away from others, and wearing a face covering. Together, we can prevent the spread of COVID-19. Thank you for keeping our island safe.
COVID-19 task force here in the CNMI explains that the purpose for the new process is to allow returning residents to safely be at home with family while protecting the community from potential spread of COVID-19. The governor's office adds that this new quarantine procedure is designed to strike the right balance between reducing the exposure of persons infected with the coronavirus with reopening the CNMI's economy in accordance with the community vulnerability level of blue that we are now in the phased approach plan that the governor announced recently. And here are the latest numbers from the CNMI's COVID-19 Task Force and the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation as they plan to announce village-based testing later this week. The CNMI remains at 30 cumulative confirmed cases of COVID-19 with 2 deaths. On Saipan, they've tested over 7,000 people. About 500 people have been tested on Tinian, and over 500 people have been tested on Rhoda. Bringing Chris, that's the latest here in the CNMI.
Thanks, Tomas. Back here on Guam, some tragic news over the weekend. At around 8 o'clock Sunday morning, GFD rescue swimmers located the body of an 18-year-old swimmer that went missing Saturday afternoon. According to GFD spokesperson Kevin Riley, the male victim was recovered approximately 200 yards south of the last seen location off the cliff line behind Marbo Cave. On Saturday, GFD and units from Coast Guard Sector Guam responded to a report of a distressed swimmer